Ever since the PS3 and Xbox 360, game consoles have gotten a lot of streaming apps, so you can watch videos as well as play games. Handheld consoles unfortunately have gotten the short end of the stick. On a stream not too long ago, I talked about the Netflix situation with the PlayStation Vita. You know, that app that never got updated for the PlayStation TV even though Netflix swore up and down they were working on it. The Nintendo Switch is also in a very strange situation. We have video streaming apps, but not very many. Depending on your region, Switch owners can watch content creators and some TV with the Nico Nico, YouTube, and Hulu apps. Anime has now joined that group, with the people over at Funimation debuting their new app redesign with the Switch version. Here is my review of Funimation for the Nintendo Switch. Before we dive into the app itself, Funimation is a big anime streaming service not only for anime fans, but for dub fans. Funimation really pushes for multiple language options and has a literal ton of dubbed anime for people who don't want to read subtitles. They've also got a lot of big name anime franchises for you to watch, from Dragon Ball Super and One Piece to My Hero Academia and Attack on Titan. The first thing you need to know about the Funimation app on the Nintendo Switch is the fact that it is currently only accessible by premium subscription members. Those of you with free accounts for Funimation will not be able to use it on your Switch. Now, I think this is for a very specific reason. Funimation for the PS4 has had widespread issues for a very long time with the app not registering when you go from free to premium status, not allowing you to watch anything without ads, just assuming that you're not a premium member when you actually are. So to me, it makes sense for them to just not even bother with that and make everybody be premium only to try to get rid of that problem. Now let's get into design and UI, which is a little different than the other Funimation apps. They will all eventually be like the Switch version, but this is kind of Funimation's little testing phase for this new design that takes away the sidebar of the PS4 app that had all of the options for your queue, shows, genre, etc., replacing it with a top menu app so you don't have to go out of the main screen to see those options. But the coolest thing about this redesign with this top menu that I found was the fact that you can actually look at the schedule to see when new episodes are coming out day by day and what shows they're from. Next, let's get into features when streaming video. The Switch app doesn't have everything the PS4 has, unfortunately. The ability to actually rate the episode while you're watching is missing here, and the restart episode next episode option seems to be missing at first. This can be accessed while watching an episode in the PS4 app, but here you have to actually hit the B button to exit the episode to be able to access those options. Speaking of features, let's talk about the subtitle toggle. Turning subtitles on and off is pretty much Anime App 101. But for some reason, the Funimation app constantly re-enables subtitles every time I go from one episode to the next or one show to the next. I can't really say if this is completely widespread across everyone, but it does it to me every time the app opens on all three Switch models. Next, let's talk about performance. One really nice feature is the fact that the app has touch controls in handheld mode, but the UI in general feels very laggy. There's a bit of a delay when going from one option to the next, twice as much lag as you would find on the PS4 app. Thankfully, all of this lag disappears the moment you start streaming a video, which actually is pretty good quality. While all of the shows have different quality of animation, unless of course you're watching Dragon Ball Super and that kind of fluctuates from episode to episode, the actual video quality is right on par with the other console apps. So that's not to say it doesn't have any performance issues or error messages. I do get a little unable to load video message from time to time, mostly when I let the app idle for a really long time or go back to the home menu for a few minutes before going back into Funimation. That's all I've got to say about performance, so now let's go into battery life. On the original model, Funimation has a battery range of 4 hours and 26 minutes up to 5 hours and 33 minutes. On the Nintendo Switch Lite, it has a range of 4 hours and 30 minutes up to 5 hours and 38 minutes. And on the Redbox or V2 2019 model, it has a range of 5 hours and 56 minutes up to 7 hours and 10 minutes. In conclusion, Funimation brings anime to the Nintendo Switch with a pretty decent streaming app. Now on the downside, the app has a few less features than on other consoles, seems to auto-enable subtitles after each episode watched, and has a UI that's a little bit laggy. But if you're okay re-disabling subtitles when swapping episodes, the streaming looks great and gives Switch owners more to stream past YouTube and Hulu. Reviews to go rates Funimation for the Nintendo Switch a 7.5 out of 10. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.